Hey, Adam Culbertson here. Before we begin, we got a promo from another independent podcast, so when you finish this episode, make sure you go and check them out.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old-school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
Steel your mind for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters.
All right, so Julian, Aleister come back to the camp. Y'all all kind of arrive around the same time. Julian and Aleister come back with food. Victor, you were unsuccessful in finding anything in the direction you went, but you have your rations, so y'all were able to eat fully. You can make a fire, all that kind of stuff, and rest for the night. You can take a full, long rest. And during that time, we could talk about your level up. To level 8.
Oh, yeah. We need to do that.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
Figured we'd do that during the rest, like after we started. So.
I'll go first because I'm pretty sure I have the least to go over.
Okay.
I got an additional spell, which is protection from poison. Haha, that's relevant now. The only other thing that
Was
I got...
venom poison?
Yes, I believe it is. You touch a creature. If it is poison, you neutralize the poison. And if more than one poison affects the target, you neutralize one poison that you know is present or neutralize one at random. For the duration, the target has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and it resistant to poison damage.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And then we're level 8, so I took an ability point. So I now have an intelligence of 20. I just have to act like I have an intelligence of 20.
Okay.
I mean, that's okay. I don't act like I have
again, as we
20,
discussed
so.
previously, intelligence is not wisdom. Intelligence is book smarts.
Yeah.
100% right.
And which Julian does. Julian is
Well,
smart.
he learned
He's
a
just
lot
not
while we were down in
very
Sylvanas
social.
about all the machines and stuff. He's got all those blueprints. He probably studied them at that night, sitting by the fire. Makes perfect sense.
And I'm probably that's probably what I'm going to do before I go to sleep is to go over those blueprints and see if there's anything else I can glean that I might have missed looking at them.
Yeah.
Or in particular, learn more about those mech suits. But yeah, so I got an intelligence of +5, and then I can use Flash of Genius one more time, and that's basically it.
Okay. Oh, you're checking that now. All right, so yeah, you're able to understand what, based on what Julian, the other Julian, told you, and the blueprints of the tower. You're able to understand that it's some kind of, trying to think of the word, like a beacon, like a some kind of tower Well, it is a tower.
Julian's able to figure out that the tower
Some
is a
kind
tower.
of tower.
It's trying to connect.
You
It's
see-
trying to connect to something outside of the planet and the energy that it's producing. You notice that the tower is a living thing. And the other Julian believed that it had something to do with the wrappings, but you're not 100% sold on that.
Gotcha.
But you know that the tower is a living thing, especially after you were in it and things moved behind you
For sure.
and
yeah.
everything. So, yeah, the tower is living. Also, the mechs, you understand how the mechs are built and their energy source and all that kind of stuff,
Okay.
which is very similar to your lightning gun.
Good. All right. So that means by proxy, do I understand a little more about the lightning gun as well?
Yeah. Yeah, you understand what the energy source of the lightning gun is now, which is it's definitely alien. It being
gonna
from
say, is it
the
babies?
Yith, but do I know?
I was going to say, is it babies?
No.
It's love. Yeah.
Oh, so it's fueled by the power of love. Gotcha.
Yes.
It's like an alien rechargeable battery, flux capacitor or flux reactor, like fucking kind of thing.
Flux capacitor.
Cool.
Yeah.
The power of love can be measured by was it 1.6 gigawatts? 21.
1.21 gigawatts.
Which what this past week, as we're recording this, was the 75th anniversary of the flux capacitor and
Nice.
and
Yeah.
and Doc Brown,
So
75th.
So what you really need to do though is find some kind of like additional power source to add additional fuel into the lightning gun. Perhaps the power of friendship.
I'll try it. We'll see what happens.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go next. So got another decent amount of health, which puts me up to 62.
You're just fucking insane.
Oh man.
Then I actually did not get a ability boost because I decided instead to get a feat, which I was tired of all of this stuff sneaking up on
So
us,
now
so I got
Aleister has
alertness.
5.
Yes, I have 5 feet now.
So dumb.
Sorry.
I love it.
Which
Yeah.
the 5th foot gives me plus 5 to my initiative, which brings it up to a plus 7. I
Nice.
cannot be surprised as long as I am conscious.
Mhm.
And rogues basically don't get advantage on attacks against me for being unnoticed.
Yeah. And you get to react during the surprise round on everybody else.
Yeah, because I'm not surprised.
Yep.
That actually kind of sums up Aleister pretty well.
Yeah. He's not surprised.
But and I also did get another spell, which may actually see some use, especially if I see somebody else trying to cast that I highly suspect might be trying to pour water on me again. Adam. So I picked up Counterspell.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. What does that do?
Basically, I can, as a reaction, target it on someone that's casting within 60 feet and completely nullify their spell as long as, well, for me, since I'm a warlock, it is 4th level or lower. And if it's higher than 4th level, I can roll to try and cancel it with DC 10 plus the spell level of whatever they're casting.
Oh, nice.
And I add in my casting modifier, which is plus 5.
Ooh,
Cool.
so you essentially start at how much? Like you start at a plus 5 and just go up?
Well, it's 5 plus whatever I roll on a D20.
Nice.
And I just have to meet at least 10 plus the spell level of whatever they're casting.
Cool.
But anything that's spell level 4th or lower just gets nullified automatically. I don't have to roll.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
You gonna eat that mutated rat?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm eating that mutated rat. I do want it to be cooked really well first, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you need help, Victor would help cook it for you. All you'd have to do is ask him politely.
Okay, so I
Ooh,
guess I'm
that's
on my own then.
That's a song.
Politely is very...
You just hold it, mage hand.
And Victor would be like, you want me to cook that for you?
Oh, well, yeah, since you're asking, that would be delightful. Thank you.
Okay. So Victor will put it on a stick and hold it over the fire.
Yeah. I'm sure
It's
you'll
very difficult.
gut it and take all the guts out.
Yeah.
and all
He'd
that.
prepare it, nice it up. And, you know, if Aleister noted that he wanted any like oregano or something on there, he'd toss it on. He does have very fancy spices. So.
Yeah, very fancy.
Honestly, I don't know what's a good pairing with rodents of this size.
It's quite unusual.
Something citrusy?
Yeah, Victor would use his best judgment. Citrusy
Yeah.
sounds good. Maybe he's got like some lemon zest in there, like some pepper, so like lemon pepper rodent.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or you could maybe make rat l'orange.
No, I know what you need to make. You need to make ratatouille.
He's gonna throw it in the ice cream maker like an Iron Chef and make rat ice
no,
cream.
I can't. It's always broken. It's doomed to fail.
Yeah.
Victor's higher level than McDonald's.
Yeah. But he's got fancy equipment. now.
Yeah, and it works.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't actually have an ice cream maker.
I will.
No, I
Probably Julian
would
can
think
build
you
him
would.
one later.
Yeah. I'll build you an ice cream machine.
Perfect.
You know, Victor,
if-
for what it is worth, I am glad that you're still with us.
Thank you, Aleister. I really appreciate that. And then he's thinking, because I know it's hard for you to compliment anyone. But he wouldn't say that out loud. He would.
Yeah.
He genuinely appreciated it.
With a large amount of berries in my mouth, I will murmur, could have fooled me.
Well, he didn't
All right.
say why he was glad.
Oh wait, that's what the fish people noise is. You just put a bunch of berries in your mouth. There's spilling all over my lips.
There's Julian berries. Very good.
It's Julian berries.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
If Aleister doesn't have anything else.
Nope, that's all Aleister's got.
All
There's
right.
just
Roll
those three
initiative.
things.
So, Victor has 8 key points now, and actually rolled well on HP, so he's up to 48. So, thank goodness.
Only one behind me.
Yep.
The caster.
So, but I also picked up a feat. Victor is now mobile, and so that gives him a +10 to his movement speed, resulting in a movement speed of 55 feet now. And it also, check my notes. Also, whenever Victor makes a melee attack against a creature, he does not provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn, whether he hits or not. So now
That's very good.
So now Victor can
Yeah.
run in and hit something, and even flurry of blows it, and run away,
And
and not
run
be worried
away.
about the thing hitting him in the back on the way out.
Yeah.
So you're on the 5G network right now.
Yeah. So Victor's
you're very
much
mobile.
faster and much more able to get some attacks in, and so hopefully I won't have to play it as boring when it comes to fights anymore. I can get a little bit more creative and still not worry about Victor dropping down. For the record, I considered tough, which would have given me another 16 HP immediately, but I'm going to roll the dice on that. Victor's escaped death twice in the last 24 hours. You know, we're just gonna hope and pray he'll be fine. Also, and this wasn't really mentioned in the moment because our gang has been very busy. Victor picked up an insight from Father Dagon when he bit him with the psychic feast. So that gave me an additional point in my perception, because we got a perception insight, and I can turn into a medium-sized Father Dagon with a swim speed of 75 feet and the ability to breathe underwater. Plus, I get to talk in a fun Father Dagon-ish voice.
That's really light.
Yeah.
That's the biggest benefit there.
Yes, it is.
And so that's it. As for what Victor would do, obviously he's resting a lot because he was hit a lot today. Victor also would inform Julian and Aleister about more about Father Dagon and what his plans were and stuff, and how he was trying to defeat. They were going to infiltrate the tower. I mean, they already knew that, but exactly who and what Father Dagon is, as far as everything Adam said, that I can't remember off the top of my head this morning.
So we gather around the campfire. You tell us stories of Father Dagon, and then we go to sleep.
Yeah. No.
Oh, and roll for dread. No.
Speaking of, the dread is one off, right? It was only like low-level dread.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
it was level 1.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was level 1 that you got because of it would have been 2, but you only got 1 because of your resistance.
Cool.
Well, whenever we are ready to completely settle down and go to sleep, I'll do my eye hourglass thingy again,
And not have dreams.
and
Yeah.
I still don't like that.
Yeah. But you did just experience the dream world for the first time, really. And it's not
And not have
Although-
dreams.
It's unpleasant. Victor very much wants to not have dreams.
Although, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, like something else that Aleister would be kind of curious about when trying to settle down to go to sleep is the Green-Eyed Cat's nowhere around, is he?
Nope, he's around.
He is around.
He is around.
Oh. Okay,
I'm sure
then.
he's happy.
Cue the music.
He's just back to being there and looking around. Like, he's not actively trying to talk to you or get your attention or anything like that. He's just there.
In the off chance I can kind of wait for the others to kind of drift off to sleep, I do want to kind of stay awake and maybe try and chat with the Green-Eyed Cat after they do fall asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, Victor falls asleep pretty easily.
Yeah. Especially now, since you got the
The
bracelet.
bracelet and the long
Almost
day
dying.
twice,
Yeah.
like brink of death
Almost
once
dying.
and then almost dying again.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Aleister, you're the only one awake now.
So, are we not going to talk about what happened back there?
Aleister, I don't know what happened.
You don't know? Like,
Of course not.
The whole growing and spitting some kind of weird insect creature thing at us that was trying to attack us?
I didn't have any control over that.
Like, what was that thing anyway?
I believe it's some kind of servitor of Tulshas.
So what, is Tulsha sending these things through you?
I don't know. Maybe he has found a way in the Dreamlands to connect to this universe.
So you're saying that if we were to go into the Dreamlands again, that the same might happen?
Well, there are a bunch of them in the Dreamlands now.
You mean just like everywhere?
Everywhere. Well, you saw them come in.
I mean, yes, but I didn't expect them to hang around. This is disconcerting. I wish to
It
be able
called
to go
to
back
them.
there.
Before it died, it did call to them.
I just don't really know what to do anymore. I really wish to be able to travel the Dreamlands freely, but it seems that is not going to be possible.
I don't want to lose control again.
For what it's worth, I don't want you to lose control again. I would much prefer not to be assaulted like that.
He just looks off into the woods.
Yes, well, good night to you too.
Yeah, he stays silent.
Good talk, buddy.
All right, and I'll go ahead and try and curl up and get some sleep.
All right.
So 4
So
hours
you all-
pass.
Yeah. So you all wake up, or you said only 4 hours?
Well,
'Cause he did his
I did
time
my
thingy.
my time thingy.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So 4 hours have passed. It's in the middle of the night. The fire is it's still going, but it's starting to die down a little. Yeah.
So we got 8 hours of sleep in 4 hours.
Yep.
And it's still dark.
Yeah. Because
I
it's
mean-
only been 4 hours.
Damn it.
I mean, that's sort of to be expected.
Okay. I will go get more, or at least I will go out and get more wood and stuff like that for the fire, because we need, well, most of us need light. I find light comforting, at least.
Yeah.
I was going to say
And-
1/3 of
and
us
warmth.
need light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it might be a little bit chilly. It's nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And there are
Yeah.
other benefits to having a
I'll-
fire.
Yes.
I'll go
Yeah.
off. I'll go off. and get
Creatures.
wood.
All right. So, are y'all trying to rest for another 4 hours, or?
Well, you know Aleister's vote.
Okay. So you trigger the thing if anybody if you wanted to do more research, Julian, you had time to do it.
That's what I'll probably do. I'll also go ahead and since it's 8 hours, I need to roll for the elixirs that I never remember. Yay!
Yes. Roll for your elixirs, and yeah, you get double long rest. So
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, pretty soon you're going to get to the point of elixirs that you sometimes remember.
Sometimes I used 2 of them, 3 of them, 2 of them.
Yeah, you
I
used
only got
them.
2
Yeah.
of them. All right. I rolled a 4, and I rolled a 6. So let me see what those are. Experimental elixir. So 4 is boldness. I could roll a d4 and add a number to every attack roll and saving throw make for the next minute. Oh, geez. That's awesome.
Nice.
And then 6 is transformation again, which
Okay.
was very useful in that I get to be a fish person.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How long did we say it would take for me to brew a little +1 brew if I wanted to do that? Because I still have some rations. I imagine that I could figure out a way to use them to do that.
I think it was days, like a
Was it
couple
days?
days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't think you can make a micro brew in 24 hours or 8 hours.
Yeah, I don't. We'll have to double
Not
check
without
that
some kind of
later.
magic.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it was like 2 days for a short one and like 5 days or a week for a lot more powerful or something. So it's not a big deal. I just couldn't remember. That's why I
Yeah.
asked.
You also don't notice that there's like water right around your vicinity as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't have the tools at the moment to do that.
I didn't think I did, but you never know.
Well, I mean, you have your brewer's kit, but you don't have everything you need.
Right. I need water to brew stuff. So.
Let's see. All right, so you're done with your rest. You got
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone
16
back to,
hours, or no, not 16. Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't have
16
I wouldn't
hours
have,
of rest.
I wouldn't have gone to sleep. I would have, rested 8 hours and then, knock out or fix up my spells, do the elixirs.
Yeah.
I don't have any materials with me, otherwise I'd brew potions. But I will
Unless you find something in the woods,
woods.
maybe that could help you brew
I
a
don't
health
want to
potion or two.
I don't want to go off on my own while both of them are sleeping.
Okay.
Going off on your own in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Sticking by the fire.
Yeah, I'm sticking by the fire. I'm poring over. I'm looking at the fact that the tower is a living entity, and trying to figure out the best way to solve that problem. And then, definitely studying up the relationship between the power sources of the mechs versus the lightning gun, and more so trying to figure out how Dalton got his hands on that. Because it doesn't, I guess it kind of makes sense, but in terms of all of our travels, the only time we came up to anything concerning the Yith was the lightning gun.
Yeah, and how would he have the power?
Well,
of
it was
love
Julian.
Anyway?
It was Julian that had the technology.
Julian of this world. Okay, so then then I guess I still have his journal, right?
Yeah, you have his journal.
So would he have documented did he come across the Yith the same way I did when he found a lightning gun, or did he have a different experience?
He didn't have the same experience as you.
While we're waiting, Victor definitely would have slept 16 hours. If he was given the opportunity.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
very tired.
I'm actually very interested into. I figured you'd be kind of skeptical to be unconscious based on what was happening. I figured you'd actually not sleep.
Oh no, Victor's tired, and since he's got the bracelet and he can't have nightmares, he's been having nightmares all day. He's tired.
Were they nightmares or were they hallucinations?
It was hallucinations
it was-
of his nightmares.
I mean,
Got
can
it.
you really
Yeah,
tell the
okay.
difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fair
It
enough.
was waking nightmares.
The
And it-
daymares.
yeah. Waking sleep paralysis.
Ugh.
All right.
So paralysis.
Yeah. Okay, so he found Yith tech inside the tower, and he found it on the bottom of the ocean as well, in ancient ruins. And he used the technology to advance his own technology to the point that he helped out the Nori in keeping their society safe with everything in the world changing. So he felt like they were the last ones to have any kind of chance, being so far away from everything that was going on above the water, that he kind of helped build their civilization tucked away in the deepest parts of the ocean,
Gotcha. Okay.
without getting into the technicalities of water pressure and all that kind of stuff.
No, those details aren't
What a
important.
swell guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If only I could be like Julian. What would WWJD? What would Julian do?
Oh my God. And your initials are JC.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God. Oh God. I didn't think about that.
I didn't either till just now.
Oh,
See, we
God.
even have a Jesus allegory.
Oh God.
I'm not willing to say that Julian is the same as Jesus.
No, it's an allegory. Obviously, Jesus wasn't a lion, but that didn't stop Aslan.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't feel it's a particularly good
The other one was, I guess, in a
yeah.
way.
I haven't died
Oh,
for
yeah.
anyone's sins. Did have a lot of my blood drained out though, so there's that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right, but yeah, the sun's coming up, and yeah, you're in the woods. Your fire's
Okay.
just hanging on, still. Like you were just
Hey,
letting it die
Julian.
down.
Ever since that hit from Dagon, I've just felt really, really weak. And I didn't know if you could maybe help figure out what's wrong with me.
Oh yeah.
I feel slower, less just weak.
Yeah, let's play that out. Talk to Julian about that, and this happened in the night, early on.
You haven't been drinking that brew you have too early, have you?
No, I haven't had one of those in a while.
Okay. Let me take a look. Go ahead and lie down.
All right. So I lie down on the ground or a log or something.
Yeah, a log.
Yeah, a log.
All right. Cool. I'll start examining him. Is that
That'd be medicine.
Yeah, I was to say, is that wound still there? From when he first got attacked by Dagon?
I think it healed when you did a healing spell on me. Like
Yeah, but the
mostly healed up.
Constitution wouldn't have healed with the healing spell, so I'm going to say the wounds are still there from the venom, from the barbs hitting you, and it doesn't seem to be healing with normal magic healing. So yeah, you're able to check that out.
All right. Cool. All right. I'm going to tell Victor, all right, this might hurt a little bit, and I'm actually going to cut off a piece of the infected area around where the wound is at. Yeah, no, you got it, buddy. And I'll drop that into one of the vials that I have. And yeah, let me go ahead and see if whatever. I don't have a great roll. It's very interesting. I'm a doctor, but I actually don't have like a greatest roll in medicine because I'm actually not proficient in it.
Oh.
I need to fix that.
Well, I'm going to say you're able to do this. You're not pushed for time. You're able to focus and everything like that. So I'm going to give you advantage on finding a way to heal him.
Okay. I just rolled twice, and I got a 19 with 18 on die, and then I'll add, because I'm not currently using it, I'll add Flash of Genius. So that'll bump that up to...
yeah, because you had one left before the night was over.
Well, I did the long rest anyway, so I would have gotten them all back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, cool.
So that would be a 24.
24. All right. Yeah, you're definitely able to figure it out, and you can make some kind of an inhaler or spray or however you want to administer the cure for him.
So probably what I would do is
he'll make a paste from Julian berries.
No, what I'll actually do, I'm not going to tell Victor this, but I'm actually going to synthesize one of the mutagens that I picked up from North.
Okay.
And see if I can dilute its effect to not rapidly take over his body, but just enough to repair the damage from the weakened state of Constitution to revitalize his system. And I'll use that. Basically, I'll combine that with the piece of flesh that I took off of him. I'll synthesize it onto the flesh, and then I'm going to graft that back onto Victor. And then I'll stitch a little smiley face on there.
All right. I'm also imagining that you're like you busted out all of your like chemist equipment inside the trunk of the car.
Yeah, I went back and like grabbed like all of my stuff. I'm setting up stuff. I'm using like leaves as like little tiny like bowls and stuff
borrowed
like
my
that.
brewer's kit.
Yes.
Like you can use my utensils if they'll help fix me. I can wash them.
I'm using spoons to measure stuff out very precise.
Yeah. Fancy spoons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I grabbed a rock and I'm using it as like a mortal and pestle to like grind shit out. I'm getting really into it. It actually feels good to do that because I have not had a chance to actually do alchemical work.
Yeah.
And doctoring since shit. We're back in Darkwell was the last time I did that.
Yep.
So it feels good to get back into that. It feels good to work again.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and put that in place and be like, all right, that should do well. We're gonna check that spot in the next day or so and see how it's healing. And I think you'll start to feel a little bit better.
Hello, Aleister here. So, we finally were able to get some well-deserved rest and relaxation. It has been perhaps too long since we've gotten a bit of respite. I think since the hotel, which, man, it seems so long ago at this point. So much has happened, and there's been so much danger. I was maybe even worried a little bit myself. But all is better now. We were able to escape both Father Dagon and the Dreamlands with the whole Yaki situation, which I'm not really sure how that whole thing's going to turn out. It's perhaps not the best, and I'm not sure I really want to go back in there anytime soon. But it is kind of nice to be able to camp out here as it is, and maybe get in touch with my more primal side, going out and hunting. I'm actually not sure if I've ever really eaten anything that I've killed myself, but it's kind of nice to dig into your more ancestral roots. Even if it is somewhat mutated, I suppose it didn't taste all that bad. I think it tastes better because I killed it myself, really. I definitely feel more powerful, that's one thing for sure. I feel like perhaps I could actually nullify some magics that were cast at me, or perhaps in the direction of some water tubes that are trying to drench me. I definitely want to be able to prevent that if I can. I also feel a lot more alert, as it were, like I would be able to respond to almost any threat, even if it's something I was not previously aware of. I feel like I would be able to react very quickly, and that, I think, is a very good thing with some of the things that have been happening as of late. I'm not sure if the others really feel this way. I'm sure they feel better, obviously, they've been able to rest, but I'm not sure if they really feel any stronger. I mean, they don't seem any stronger to me, so I guess that stands to reason. Well, in any case, I suppose that our time camping is probably coming to a close. We really need to be getting back to Darkwell and back to Evangeline, so that we can try and put this whole thing to rest. Be able to find the key, defeat the Pallid Mask, and be able to try and return or restore what we have. But in any case, all of our music is written and produced by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios. You can find links to all of our social media and all of our podcasting locations at microphonesandmonsters.com. And you can even check us out on Patreon. We would really appreciate your support. So thank you for listening in, and please join us next time on Microphones and Monsters.